Have you ever walked into a room and found your cat throwing up? It can be scary, especially when you don't know if it's just a harmless hairball or something much more serious. The truth is, cats throw up for many different reasons. Some of them are completely normal, but others could be a sign that something isn't right. The good news is, your cat is giving you clues. You just need to know how to read them. In this video, I'll show you the 7 most common reasons why cats throw up, which ones are usually harmless, which ones you should never ignore, and when it's time to call your veterinarian. Because sometimes, cleaning up the mess is all you need to do, but other times, it could be your cat's way of asking for help. Reason number 1, hairballs. The most common reason might surprise you. Your cat may actually be perfectly healthy. Sometimes the reason is simply a hairball. Cats spend a lot of time grooming themselves, and as they lick their fur, they also swallow loose hair. Most of the time, that hair passes through their digestive system without causing any problem. But sometimes that loose hair can build up inside the stomach, and the easiest way for your cat to get rid of it is by throwing up. An occasional hairball is usually nothing to worry about, but if your cat keeps throwing up again and again, there could be another reason. Reason number 2, eating too fast. But here's something many cat owners don't realize. Sometimes your cat isn't throwing up because it's sick. It simply ate too fast. Some cats get so excited at mealtime that they eat much faster than they should. When that happens, their stomach doesn't always have enough time to digest the food properly. As a result, they may throw up just a few minutes after eating. The good news is, this usually isn't serious. Feeding smaller meals more often, or using a slow feeder bowl, can often help prevent this. But if your cat keeps throwing up even when it's eating slowly, there could be another reason. Reason number 3, a sudden change in food. But what if the problem isn't how fast your cat eats? Sometimes the problem isn't how much your cat eats, it's what your cat is eating. Cats have sensitive stomachs. If you suddenly switch to a new brand, a different flavor, or a new type of food, their digestive system may need a little time to adjust, and that can lead to vomiting. That's why most veterinarians recommend changing your cat's food gradually, over several days, instead of all at once. If your cat started throwing up soon after changing its food, that could be the reason. But if your cat keeps throwing up even after its diet has returned to normal, there could be another reason. Reason number 4, your cat ate something it shouldn't have. But what if it isn't your cat's food at all? Sometimes cats throw up because they've swallowed something they never should have. Cats are naturally curious. They often taste, chew, or swallow things around the house. String, plastic, houseplants, table scraps, or even small objects can upset their stomach. Sometimes throwing up is your cat's way of trying to get rid of it, but sometimes what they swallowed can become stuck inside the digestive system. If you think your cat has eaten something it shouldn't have, don't ignore it, especially if the vomiting keeps happening or your cat seems unwell. There could be another reason. Reason number 5, pain or illness. But sometimes the reason has nothing to do with hairballs, eating too fast, or anything your cat swallowed. It could be pain or an illness. Cats are incredibly good at hiding when something is wrong. In the wild, showing pain can make an animal more vulnerable, which is why many cats try to act normal even when they don't feel well. Sometimes throwing up is one of the few signs they give us. If your cat keeps throwing up, and you also notice changes in eating, drinking, playing, or using the litter box, don't ignore it. Your cat could be trying to tell you that something isn't right. The sooner the cause is found, the better the chance your cat has of making a full recovery. But there's one final reason every cat owner should know. Reason number 6, a sensitive stomach or food allergy. But here's another reason many cat owners don't expect. Some cats have very sensitive stomachs. Others may be allergic or sensitive to certain ingredients in their food. Even if they've been eating the same food for a long time, their stomach can suddenly start reacting differently. As a result, they may throw up more often. If your cat seems healthy but keeps throwing up after eating, the food itself could be the problem. A veterinarian can help identify whether a food sensitivity could be the cause. But there's one final thing every cat owner should know. Reason number 7, when it's time to call the veterinarian. And finally, here's the one thing every cat owner should never ignore. An occasional hairball or a single episode of vomiting isn't always a reason to panic, but if your cat keeps throwing up again and again, don't assume it will simply go away, especially if your cat stops eating. becomes unusually tired, has diarrhea, loses weight, or you notice blood in the vomit. Those are warning signs you should never ignore. Trust your instincts. You know your cat better than anyone else. If something doesn't feel normal, it's always better to have your cat examined than to wait and hope the problem gets better on its own. Because sometimes vomiting is your cat's way of telling you that something isn't right, so the next time your cat throws up, don't panic. But don't ignore it either. Sometimes it's nothing more than a hairball. Other times it could be a sign that your cat needs to be checked by a veterinarian. The important thing is knowing the difference. The sooner you understand what's causing the vomiting, the sooner you can help your cat feel better. Remember, an occasional episode may be normal, but if your cat keeps throwing up again and again, it's time to find out why. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.